Okay, okay, maybe we can start because we already have a lot of people here. Wait. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome to all of you guys to the IIUM Infographics workshop. So today, actually, we are going to have a workshop in the infographic, or in the generals is on how to make a poster. But before that, I want to say thank you to all of you. Oh, okay, there's people coming in. Okay, I want to say thank you to all of you to join us in these infographic sessions, and you guys spend or you to have a time with us, because actually today is the first day to you guys to have a midterm a break, but you choose to join our infographic workshop, so we want to thank to that. So before, okay, wait, still people coming in. Okay, so before we are starting to the infographic workshop, so maybe I want to give a brief our to brief about our agenda today. So for today infographic workshop, so we will have two part actually for the today workshop. So in the first part, we will have a theoretical part. It's not theoretical actually, just to give you some informations about how actually you can design the posters or the infographics. Maybe like it's like some tips or some information about how you choose the font and something like that. That one is the first part of the today's workshops, and then the second one, we will talk about the software or the platform that you can use to find the resources for examples, as well as the to find the graphical resources, or to find the informations or the inspirations on how actually you do the infographics, or when you are doing or when you are designing the posters or something like that. And also we will show you about how actually turn the news from the news to the infographic posters. So we will do the live designs after this. Okay, people still coming. So we will do a live design. So basically this workshop is under IUM today. So we are from the IT directorate. So later our team from the IT, we will deliver to you guys about these infographics posters. So without further ado, maybe we can start for the first sessions to how to make a posters or infographic poster in specific. So I will welcome Nur Hazima for delivering the first sessions about how to make posters.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hazima, and I will share you some tips on how to make a poster. Before we start, we need to make sure we have these three important things, which is number one, the type of poster. What kind of poster do you want to make? Is it for an event? Is it an infographic poster, or is it for a promotion poster? There are also other types of poster, but these are the famous one, I guess. So for the second thing, you need to know your target audience, which is the poster for public or a specific group? And also, is it for students? Like, since we are students from university, so maybe the poster that we want to do is for students, lecturers, or even teachers. And lastly, for children or adults. Why do we need to know what our target audience? Because the design will affect by this audience. And the third one are the important informations, which is 5W and 1H. Maybe not all posters need to put everything, but this is just like an indicator. And also additional information such as what do we want to emphasize in the poster. After knowing the three things, we need to look to these 6 things when we want to start designing. The first one is the main concept. The second one is the color scheme. The third one, picture or icon. And the fourth one is for the background. The fifth one is for the font. And lastly, of course, creativity. So these are the things that you can follow in order, or you don't want to follow in order. It's up to you. But this is just a guideline. So for the main concept, these are the 2 main, or I should say like famous concept, which is either you want to do a poster with use minimalist concept or colorful concept, such as in the picture right now. Like the job expo, you can see there's less design, less color, and the fonts are formal. So this use like minimalist. And for the next poster, you can see that it's very colorful. And there's so much design. So much icons, so much pictures like that. So yeah. The next one is color scheme. You need to know which color to use for your poster. An example, this one. You can see that you use more of turquoise, bluish like that, and white because it can mix together. And the next one, you can see the color range are like yellow, blue, pink. So that is what you need to know when you want to design a poster. You need to know what color you want to use. Because if you use a totally contradict color, it will kind of like be painful to the eye to look at it. It doesn't it doesn't look interesting to see. Next is picture and icon. Picture and icon is 2 different things. Picture is either there's a picture of a building, animal, or something like that. But icon is more to like arrows. Okay, like this one, you can see the picture of the building. So icon is like the small things. Like that. So before you put a picture or icon, you need to ask yourself, do you need to put it? Is it important? So if you want to put it, make sure it's related with the information. Make sure it's related with the poster. And also, how many pictures do you want to put? For pictures, make sure it's not more than 2, because if it's too much, it could be crowded. And for icon, it depends on what icon are you using. Next one is for background. There are a few types of background that you can use. So these are the 3 main things, I guess. The first one is for plain background. For plain background, usually use 1 color, two colors, or like this, there's like three colors because it's gradient. Also, sometimes people use border or frames to emphasize the information in the middle. And the last one is pattern. Yes. Next is for font. When choosing a font, we need to make sure that we understand these three things, which is number one, it needs to be contradict. Contradict means the color of the font need to be different with the background. If we use a dark background, our color of the font needs to be light color. If we use a lighter background, the color of the font needs to be a darker color. Next, we need to know what type of font do we want to use. Is it a normal font, a formal font, or a creative font? So this is actually according to your creativity. And lastly, if you want to use just a normal font, you can differ it by making it bold, italics, or just making it colorful with different colors. And last but not least, you need to have this creativity. Just explore yourself in making this poster, and you can find some inspiration or ideas on Google. There's a lot of templates or other people's poster. If you like find this poster interesting, then you can just try to copy it, but don't copy it 100%. Make it as an inspiration or as your main idea what type of poster you need. That's all. Do you have any questions?
Guys, do you have any question about this, the first part about our workshop? Okay.
No.
Oh, there's one question about from the chat. It's from Liana Marsha Iskandar. What do you think of color blocking?
Color blocking is actually a term in fashion.
Mm.
So it's in poster you use the term color palette. So it's still up to you to use different color, two bright colors which is totally not in the same range. Yeah, it's not in poster. It's a term in fashion. But I do understand what you mean about that.
Okay. So, any other questions? Okay, actually, for making a poster is quite tricky actually, because sometimes our idea is not suitable with the others' opinions. Like maybe you can change this to this font, something like that, or the colors, because some people has uh, their own preference, especially for choosing the colors and then the font or something like that. Okay, is there any questions? Other questions? Before we move on to the uh, another topic, you can open your mic or just send the message in the chat box. Okay. Okay, I think there's no questions. Maybe we can continue to the next workshop. So thank you so much for Hazima. So maybe I will share the screen. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, I will continue about the next agenda about our today's workshop. So now I want to show you on how actually we can do the infographic posters. So I will not present any slides, but I will try to show you um, what I actually do on designing the infographic posters. So maybe we can go to the first thing that it's quite important in the infographic poster, because like the name is infographics, which is information in a graphical way. So we try to make uh, we are trying to deliver the informations, but we try to visualize that information into the graphicals way, something like that. Oh, sorry. So I will show you the resources. The first one is maybe you know about this site called is the Flatico. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry, sorry guys. Wait. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Sorry, I just pressed the wrong. Okay, this one. So we continue. This one is the graphical resources. Actually, this one is free. So basically, actually you can just find any others icons on Google's. You can just type like maybe for people icon PNG, or maybe if you want to have a social media icon, you can just actually Google it. But I usually use this site. So the site is called Flaticon. So in this site, actually, you can find a lot of resources, especially for the icon. So in here, you can choose the icons or the packs. The icons mean, is it the individual's icons? So for example, you want to find maybe like what maybe people, this one. You can find like people's, like group of people's, these people, for example, and you can just choose the people here. Okay, yeah. So there is a lot of things. Okay, wait. There is someone to join. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you can find here. So for examples, if you want, there is graphics or there is informations in your posters that you want to show about the number of people, for example. So you can use this sample icons like this. Okay, wait. Okay. It is also, you can download as the PNG files or as the SFG files. Is actually the format for the vector or something like that. Or you can use any other format like the EPS. Some maybe you are using the illustrators, you can use the EPS, and then we have the PSD, and it's also the CSS file if you want to put your icons in your website. But for this workshop, maybe you can just choose the PNG file. So for the PNG file also, actually you can choose another size. A lot of size here is available, like the largest one is the 512 pixels, or you can just choose the smallest one. Actually this one is free, so you can download as much as you want. Like this one is the free download. Or if you actually want to contribute to the this site, you can join the premium download. So basically, in the design, actually we are trying to appreciate people works. So meaning that actually this website is free, but we are trying to make a credit, something like that. So we want to because this one is not our works, so we want to credit the people who are working on this actually. So actually you can just put the free download and it will automatically download the the resources, something like this. It's also a free download, but remember you have to attribute, because yeah, this one is the free website. Okay, so that one is for the site for finding the icons. The second one is about the packs, icon packs here. So like the name, so the one in the packs, like this one. So when you find or when you try to search people, so it will be in the group. It's directly in the group, like this one. Like maybe you will want to find an avatar, or this one, the emotional intelligence, or maybe you can find the social media if you want to find social media icon. Yeah, so it's one in bundle, so you don't need to find one by one actually. So this one is consists of 50 icons, this one is 16. So there's a lot of things you can find here actually for the graphical resources. So you can just download it because it's totally free. Okay, so that one is for the flat icon. So another one, the website that you can use is actually the icon finder. This one. This one also it's same with the flat icons. So okay. Okay, this one is also same with the flat icon. So basically, it's also the graphical resources. You can type also like people, something like that. If you don't find any icon in the flat icons, maybe you can find in this site also. Okay, there's a lot of things. And also this one also is free. So you can download as much as you want. Okay, so that first for the icons for the graphical resources. Oh, and this one also, if you want, if you need some HD pictures or with the best resolution, you can visit the Unsplash. Unsplash also, this one is free. So Unsplash, in Unsplash, you actually you can find a lot of resources in the especially for the photos, like this one, the picture. So this one is free and high resolution also. For example, you in your posters, maybe your themes of the posters is about what for example the university. You can just find university. Here there's a lot of things that you can find. This is just for the pictures, not the icons. The icon one is about the in the free pics, or you the flat icon, or you can find in the icon finder. This one for the graphical resources. And then another one, we have the if you want to find the PNG files, you can find the KISS PNG also. Yeah, sorry. Oh no, this one actually the site. I don't find it. Actually, the site is actually literally KISS PNG, but not KISS in other way. Okay, so that one actually for the the PNG files. So after we move on, after that, after this, actually I want to show you about the the website also for choosing the colors. So after you find your icon, something like that, maybe you are confused on how to choose the colors or something like that. So in this workshop, I will show you the website to you to have the inspirations to have the colors. The website called Adobe Colors. This one, Adobe Colors. So in Adobe Colors, there's what we can say is like a library. It's not a library actually. It's like the resources, the inspirations that people actually have done in the colors, the colorings. So for choosing the colors, okay, wait, this one. For choosing the colors, like you can go to wait. Wait a minute, where is I forgot. Not the color thing, sorry. It's like wait, Adobe Color. Color. Actually, it's typo. You can find here actually. So it's not here. Wait. This one is Explore. So in Adobe Colors, so you will find a lot of inspirations actually on how you choose the colors. Like this one is about the colors grading. We can say not the color grading, it's the color palettes. Or you can find here like the color themes. For example, if you choose the most popular one, like this one, this is actually the color combinations, the color combination that you use. This one is actually important if you want to design in the infographics, because sometimes we divide the layout based on the colors. So in deciding the colors, actually there's rules, or we can say it's not the rules, it's like the color psychology. Maybe you have heard about this, the term of the color psychology. For examples, why the restaurants or the fast food, they use the colors yellows or red. For examples, like McDonald's, they use yellow colors because there is something there that we call it is a color psychology. For example, also for the bank, they usually use the blue colors because the blue means secure, and then is more calm or something like that, because actually we want to show the integrity from the bank itself, so we can use the color of the blue. And then, for example, if you want to talk about the environments, like the campaign about the global warming, maybe you can use the green colors, because greens means like it shows your nature or something like that. That one is the color psychology actually. So if you before you decide which colors that you want to choose, maybe you can consider that things also, because it will make your design even better. So for this website, actually just the color combination, like this one, what you have to choose. Maybe, for example, like this color palette or the color combination, like which red or which orange that you want to use, or which kind of how intense that red, or how intense that colors, or that yellow or blue or something like that. You can use this as your reference. This one also, there is a code here, so you can just copy this code here. Actually, this is in the hexadecimal. Yeah, it's a technical part. So you can just later in the when you are designing, you can just copy paste this code and then paste in your colors picker, something like that. So that one is for the color palette. And then the other one is about in the infographics, it's important to you to have the layout. So basically, there is a lot of layout that you can follow if you are maybe didn't know about how actually I want to put this or that. There is a cheat sheet actually. You can find in a lot of resources on Google. You can find a lot of resources in the Pinterest also. I usually use Pinterest because they're one stop. Like you can find another example also like this one. When I find this, it will show another one also like this one. There's a lot of light out here. Now, for example, this one. Maybe in the up, you can put the titles, and then the second one maybe you can put the picture, something like that. And then there's a four square here, 1 2 3 4. Maybe you can use the icon. So this one, the layout. So basically the step, oh wait, let me this first. Okay, oh wait, this one. Okay, basically before we are making the infographic, the first thing we need to do basically to gather the information. So like I usually do, I will show you on how actually I make the posters. Like okay, oh no, wait, not this one. Sorry if it's so. What is this? Let's find info. I forgot where I put. This one. For examples, if you have, if you already gathered the informations, you can make an outline actually, like what you want to put in your infographic poster. So before you decide the layout, I usually getting the information first, like what the content that you usually want to put in the infographic posters, like this one. For example, I want to make a poster about or the infographic about the toxic positivity, and then I find in the on the internet or the resources or the post from Instagram, something like that, that show what is toxic positivity. Maybe you can add the the sources or something like that, just for your reference actually. And then after that, after you gathering the informations, you can decide your layout, something like this. This one just the cheat sheet. So if you have something in your mind, or you can just put anything information in the one poster, one infographic, sorry, you can do that also. So that's for the choosing a layout, as well as how you design the posters or the infographic posters. So maybe do you have any question, guys, about this? Do you have any question? Okay, what else? Okay, I think for these sessions, I think it's done. Do you have any question? Okay, we'll start presenting. I would like to ask how. Okay. Okay, I would like to ask how make a GIF posters. Okay, for a GIF posters, actually there is actually the GIF itself. If there's two ways actually you can create a GIF poster. The first one is you can make the video first, or you can make a simple what presentation in the Microsoft PowerPoint, and then you convert that posters or that resources into the G file, or yeah, G file or something like that. Or there is a site also that convert the videos, or the what the yeah, actually the videos to into G file or something like that. So basically the G files here means that you convert, basically you make the posters in another platforms, like you can make in the PowerPoint and then convert them to the video, or you have the video files and then convert it to the GIF files. So because the GIF is this one, right? I mean, like this, like it's like the, I mean, animations. Wait, okay. So it's like the animations, so the pictures that usually move. So maybe you can make the PowerPoint. The simplest way is the PowerPoint, because in PowerPoint there's animations, or you can make a video, or you can edit a video and then convert it into the GIF files, something like that. Is there any questions again? Do you have any other question?
Thank you.
Ah, yes.
What platform do you usually use?
Sorry, sir?
What platform do you usually use to create a basic poster?
Sorry, my connection, I guess. Can you repeat the question again?
What platform do you use?
Okay, for me, personally, I use the Adobe Illustrators or Adobe Photoshop. So it is the computer based. So I usually use that platform for using for making the infographics, or for making a posters. It's like the Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop. But if you didn't have, or you didn't have that resources, or platform, you can use the online platform. There's a lot of online platform that you can use actually for making the posters or the infographic posters. The first one is maybe Canva. The Canva is the most popular one if you want to make a poster or something like that, because after this actually we will have sessions on how we make simple posters or the infographic poster in Canva. So the first one, that one is the online resources for making posters. And then the free one is I think is Adobe Spark or something. That one also you can make in the web, if I'm not mistaken. And then the one is the another one is what Adobe InDesign, I guess, because there's a lot of resources that you can use free in the online platform. But sometimes it requires us to subscribe first, meaning that we have to pay. Yeah, also another platform also we have to pay uh, for a certain amount of money to in order to get the high resolution of the posters. But if you want to just show, or you want to just uploading your poster to the social media, maybe the medium resolution is enough for you to produce on that platform, especially for example in Canva. Because in Canva, in the free versions, we need to we can just only get the low resolutions, is not the high resolutions. Okay, is there any questions? Is it answering your question, Faris? Okay, is it clear? Okay, maybe we can move to another questions. Next questions. Okay. next, before we move to another session. Yeah, actually for the resources, there's a lot now, because the technology, and also the users, because nowadays people are using mobile phones, and then yeah, users also use the lot of internet and something like that. Because of that, there's a lot of platform that you can find on the internet, especially for the website, for design the poster or something like that. There's a lot of platform actually you can find, but the famous one is Canva. So after this, we will have a session on how we edit, or we can turn the news from news to the infographic posters. Okay, other questions? Do you have any questions? Okay, if no questions, maybe we can move to another part. Okay, I assume that there is no questions about this, so maybe we can continue to the other sessions. Is about how actually we designing the posters in Canva, because Canva is actually quite good for you to design the posters, because it's simple there, and also Canva already provided the template, and then a lot of resources there, and also Canva is accessible through the phone as well as the personal computer or PC. So after this, we can move to Husnina and Fatin to deliver her presentations about how to make how to turn the news into infographics. Thank you. Fatin or Nina, are you ready?
Okay, I go first. Okay.
Okay, sure. Okay, time is yours. Hello.
Can you guys see my screen?
No, not yet.
No.
Ah.
Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin. So basically, we are going to use Canva, because Canva is the easiest platform. For the infographic poster, I would say we would use Instagram size. Okay, we start with the if you go for Canva, wait a second, sorry. Sorry, wait. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, this one. So if you go for let me start from the beginning. Okay. So for creating poster using Canva, we usually will put over on Instagram post. So for Instagram, we choose the Instagram size and turn it into an infographic poster. So basically, it's going to be blank and white. So first thing first, we have to know what news are we going to what theme are we going to use. So basically, I'm using this news, latest IIUM official guidelines. So it might, for me, I would say it would be very not very normal, not very formal, but it should be formal. So I'm using the templates color from today. So it would be red, black, and white. So I would not using white because it's going to look plain and boring, and I'm not going to use black either because it's going to look very dark and would not attract people to read it. So I'm gonna use red, but we are going to tone down the color a bit. So okay, next, insert some element. So I'm gonna use this one as the background for the title. So we're going to place it here. It based on your creativity. So if the infographic poster is about a timeline, you may use a straight line and put some dots here and dots there to portray it as a timeline. So because of this is the guideline, so we are free to use any method, any outline that we want. So might turn it to white and turn down a bit because it's too striky. So this is how you turn it down. Okay. Next, we are going to insert the text. I'm going to use this one. Okay. Ungroup it. Ungroup it. Okay. So change the size just to fit this column. I believe you guys can design way better than me, so this is the best tip I can give. Okay. So for me, I think I would change the font color to red because it looks way better for me. So if you guys would prefer the black one, it's up to you guys. And I'm gonna add another element. To place it as a straight line, it would be very, very cliche like this. For instance, it would be very plain and would not able to attract people to read your infographic poster. So I would play with my creativity just to like make sure that I able to catch other people's attention to read the article. Okay, if you can see, there's you can see this the problem here. So we might want to add by position and put it backward. Okay. Kenapa tak hilang? It cannot. Okay, so we can just simply hide it. Okay, whatever. So it's supposed to look like this. I'm sorry. It's supposed to look like this. So
Oh yeah, no wonder. So this is my initial plan. So okay. Okay, and then we insert other elements. Okay, for instance, if we would like to use black font, the wordings would be quite, people would not read this because it's quite dark. It's not popping like that. So we might want to place some things just to make sure that you notice the wording. For instance, like this. So because this is an infographic, so we should not use too many words lah. Okay. So I'm gonna place this one. Okay. Now this is one to the back. So that. So it's going to look like this. This is quite chaos, sorry. It's supposed to be like this. Okay. So let's see, what was the story about? The story about the guideline. Right, okay. This is basically I'm going to make this story about students inside the UIA. So I'm just going to take some importance notes. So copy. Okay. And then we might insert some elements. Student. Oh yeah, before I forgot. So we only going to use few colors because we don't want it to look very very colorful. So this color we might change it into, I would say, for instance, this is okay lah. Oh, never mind. So this is a student, and then we somehow Okay, this is a done on one. This is done for first point. So we're moving to the next point. Okay, we just copy this one. And then we'll paste it here. And then what was the second point? For student require workshop. Okay. Sekejap wait, sorry. Okay. Okay, for instance, okay, this one is the pictures of student wearing others color compared to this one. So we might want to change the color because we want it to look similar. So I might change this one to the blue one. So you can see it's look very like it's not that disturbing your eyes lah for me. So okay, for this one, and then we want to just copy this one. And then we may want to put others news here. So basically, that is how I design the this is how I design my poster. Basically, I just want it to look like this or like this one. But maybe because I'm too nervous, so it has been chaos. So that's it from me. Might pass the floor to Husnina.
Okay, thank you, Fatin, for showing us the.
Hi everyone, and Assalamualaikum. I'm Husnina. So as what Fatin just showed, she used her laptop, but I'm gonna show you guys on how to use Canva on phone. Okay, let me show you my screen first. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, and now you just Google and basically search Canva and add your ID and stuff. So as Fatin showed, the poster was the size of Instagram feed, but I'm gonna use simple one, the basic size of poster. Okay, and then create a blank one. very much actually to do poster using phone. Just you can do it if you don't have any other gadgets and you need it faster. So for this one, I'm going to use the template that Canva already shared, which is this one. And then for these posters, it's not related to the news, so I'm just gonna do simple editing by deleting all the informations that are not important, and maybe we can add the title, which is and then wait, make it smaller. Okay, and in here maybe we can use the title of the news, which is IIUM. Okay, so by doing this, it kind of look similar to the templates that the color scheme that IIUM today use, which is the basic one, red, black, and white. So all the color, okay, sorry, I don't know. And then delete any other things that are not related to the articles, and I'm just gonna skip it to what I've done. This is what the after look of the first templates, that the ones that Canva provided, and just basically put the informations in here. Sorry, it's not completed yet, but this is how it's gonna look after the first poster, and it was quite harder actually to use phone, so I'm just gonna that's all from me.
Okay, thank you so much, Husnina.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so basically, for editing the infographic posters, we can do at phone, because there's a lot of platform that you can use online, or you can just download it into your phones and just editing the poster that you want to produce, like the infographics or any other posters that you want to make. So basically that's to edit the poster through the phones. So if you guys any questions, you might ask us about the question. Okay, so there is a questions about what's the best totals number of colors for one posters. Okay, so actually maybe Fatin, no, Fatin, Hazima have mentioned before in the first sessions about the um, how okay about how many colors that you can use in one poster. So basically there's no limitation actually to use the colors as long as you can balance the colors with the another colors, like I just showed you before on the Adobe Colors. There is colors combinations there, like you can have 3 or 4 or maybe more colors, but as long as the color is match each others, you can use any numbers of colors. But usually in the designs, the maximum numbers of colors is 2 or to 3, 2 to 3, I guess. There's 2 to 3 number of colors, as well as the number of type of font also in the in making the posters or the infographic posters. But especially for the infographics, like I have mentioned before, that in the infographics, basically you usually I usually making a infographic poster by dividing through the layout. So in the layout, actually I use a different every layout is different colors. For example, one layout is in the yellows, and then another one in the red. But as long as the colors is balanced with each others, is balanced and match with each others, you can use any other colors that you want actually. So like in the color palettes that I have shown in the Adobe Colors, there's a lot of color combinations that usually you can use, because sometimes the colors is to contrast, or the color is to it's not balanced, it's not matched with each others. For examples, if you choose the yellow colors and then you choose white colors in the text or in the font, so it's like contradict each others, because you cannot see the text actually if you combine the yellows and maybe the white colors, because like or if you have to use that colors, maybe you can use the shadows or something like that. Okay, next, what about font itself? Yeah, the fonts, the font also, like I've mentioned before, that the maximum number of font is two to three colors, two to the three types of fonts. But remember, there is a terms in fonts which is the sans serif, and then maybe it's like type of font. You can find on the internet like which font that you can use. Like for examples, if you want to use the formal one, like maybe Times New Roman, or any others, maybe the reporting font, something like that, you can combine, or you can combine it with the any other fonts. So there is a terms, or there is a rules, not the rules actually. This one is actually the tips from other designer also, like how actually you use the how you choose the font, because there is sometimes if we write post or if we make posters, for example, for report or for the guideline, like Husnina and Fatin has have met before, you choose suddenly the fonts, like maybe the what, if you remember the Comic Sans or the chiller font or something like that, it's not suitable actually for that kind of poster, because the Comic Sans or something like that is basically for maybe the posters that you want to make is about maybe like it's not formal basically. So you can use that font. But if your posters is kind of formals, or if you have different themes, you have to fit your font with your theme also. That's one for that's the answer for numbering of font, because sometimes people choose a lot of font in one posters. It's not quite good actually for having a lot of font, because it is better to have just one or two font in your posters, because it more looks simple, yet it's elegant. Something like that. Next question is, if I already make a posters in Instagram size, can I just change the size if I want to use this poster for other as using Canva? Okay, so maybe Fatin or Husnina or Hazima, you can answer this question, because Actually, I usually edit the poster in Adobe Photoshop on Illustrator, but there's no. But for me, in Photoshop or Illustrators, there's no what basically we need to make from the beginning, meaning that we have to change the size of the poster first. Like for example, if in the beginning we make the posters in the Instagram size, and then suddenly maybe we need to print the posters, for example, in the A4 size. So we have to move that what that elements on the poster to the another size. We need to make we need to make another different poster, different size of the poster. So we need to move one by one. Actually, that's how actually I do in the Adobe Illustrator of the Photoshop. So maybe Husnina or Fatin, you you guys usually use a Canva. Do you have any answer about this, or maybe Hazima?
I would say sometimes Canva you can just copy. If you doing in the same, I mean, for you, you said that you want to change the size. Basically, in Canva, sometimes you cannot change the size lah, but you can like copy and paste. Sometimes it can copy and paste, sometimes it cannot. So sometimes you have to like do it all over again.
Yeah, because sometimes we need to adjust also, right? Like the size of the icon, the size of the phone, and then maybe if you have shapes, you have to adjust it first, because in the Instagram post is like square, but if suddenly you want to change it into the A4 size, so meaning that you have to um, resize the icons or the font, because it's not suitable or it's not matched with the size of the posters or the design that you want to adjust from the Instagram post to the A4 size, something like that. So I think it's better to you to resize or remake the posters, and you just copy paste the element, and then you can adjust the posters, or sorry, the elements inside the posters. So is there any other questions? Yeah, that's why in the Canva, actually, if you are the free users, or you are using the free versions, you have to pay first, because yeah, nowadays there's everything is not free today. Or actually you can just use a trial one. I don't think that I don't know that whether Canva has the trial one, but I think for a lot of online editing platform, they usually provide or offer the trials versions, so you can use all the resources, or you can use all the features. There's no limit to use that resources. Okay, next questions. So basically, yeah, it's very simple nowadays to edit the posters. You don't need to master the design first, or maybe you don't need to go to find a course about the design and something like that, because like in Canva, you already have a template you can just follow, and maybe if you don't know how to choose font, there is a recommendation there in the Canva. And then if you have to find an icon also, you can just find in Canva, just type what icons that you want to use. But for me, if because I use the Photoshop as well as the illustrators, in Illustrator actually we can make an icon, but with by ourselves. Like if you want to make maybe a people icon, we just manually do in the illustrators, because the Adobe Illustrators is vectors based, or yeah, like the name is Illustrator. You can just make illustrations about the icons, because some of the features there is compatible to you to make an icon from scratch. So the one is in the Adobe Illustrators or in the Adobe Photoshops, or in other way you can just Google it on the site that I have shows you. I have shown about the website, icon websites, and then the pictures or the image website is totally free. But remember, you have to, yeah, we try to appreciate others people's works. So maybe you can give a credit or something, or you can put the resources where you get this resources or something like that. But now in Canva, it's totally easy to you to design. So just put the icons, and you already have the basic things, like you don't use the contradict colors, and then how many numbers of colors or fonts you have to use, something like that. So nowadays it's very easy. Even you can just use your phone to edit the posters and then publish it. It's very, very easy. Okay, I see the other questions. That's the product software we need to buy to get. Okay, yes. Actually, the Adobe Photoshop, so the Adobe softwares, all is we need to buy, because that software is actually used for the professionals and professionals users, because there's a lot of things you can do in the Adobe Photoshops or Adobe softwares for generals. Like in Illustrators, you can make an illustrations, or in the Photoshop you can edit the photos. But in terms of the free software, yeah, no, the Adobe is not free, so we need to pay. We didn't buy the license, but actually we subscribe the license, meaning that we have to renew it every month or every year, and then every maybe, yeah, actually it's basically every years or every month. But the price also is quite high for the students to have the Adobe Photoshops or Adobe Illustrators, because it's not for the students. Actually, it's all for the the professionals that actually use that kind of software. And the question again is how. I think last month, if I'm not mistaken, Adobe has created an event, and they are collaborating with the National Geographic, if I'm not mistaken. They have a certain workshop in the design or something, and they will give you the software is free. It's not the software, it's the license, because the software you can just freely download in the website or in the internet. So the Adobe company give you a license. It's about 6 months, or yeah, it's around 6 months if I'm not mistaken. So that one is kind of workshop. It's kind of workshop that you can follow, but I don't know it is already closed or not. But the Adobe is what it will give you a free license within 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. That one is the right way actually to get the software. But I'm not encouraging you to have maybe like the cracked software or something like that, because it's illegal actually. But maybe we can use another kind of software that's similar with the Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrators, like Canva, and then we have the Adobe Spark or something like that. We can use that alternative to get find another platform similar with the Adobe Photoshop. But if you want to know, or if you want to try using the Adobe, Actually, they provide also a trial versions. It's like 30 days of the 30 days of trials. You can use the trials to get to know about the Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrators. Yeah, something like that. And then any other questions? Or maybe our university, maybe they subscribe into the Adobe, I don't know. But sometimes in the university that concern or they have the design uh, what the design majors or something, they usually use or they usually subscribe it into the Adobe, but it's quite expensive actually for subscribing the Adobe software. And then okay, I just want to ask how to make a picture to become an icon and make it be floating or spinning so that it can be in the post. Oh, what do you mean about floating or spinning, Husna? Can you elaborate more? I think meaning that the picture is transparent or what?
It's like chair, like for
Mhm.
example the plate, and then
Mhm.
you wanted to make it move, so it's floating and also spinning, for example, like that. Do you know how to make it?
Oh, so you want to make a plate
And
is moving in your posters and that.
yeah,
Okay, so because the poster basically is because at the end the product of the poster is whether we can produce it in the PNG files or JPEG files or in the PDF files, which is we can add animations or something like that. But if you want to make pictures become floating or spinning or moving, so you have to make in other format like the video format or in the GIF files, for example, something like that. So we cannot make an icon to move into our posters because usually the poster is used the JPEG format or the PDF or maybe the PNG format that uh, yeah that we usually use for producing posters. So if you want to make the poster or the icons is moving, maybe you can make in the poster in another format, for example the video format or the GIF GIF format, something like that. So it's basically in terms of the format of the posters and the software also. If you the simplest way actually you can use the Microsoft PowerPoint, and then you can convert your presentations or you can design like the video or the poster in the PowerPoint, and then you can just produce or you can just export the files into the video files so that the animations it will shows there, it will show the animations there. Yeah, like that just now. So any other questions? So is it answering your questions now?
yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Okay, other questions? Yeah, now it's very easy to design the posters. I once again said that because yeah, you can just use your phone, you can just go to the internet, or even now in the internet you can just remove the background. Like if you have the photos for your passport and then you want to change the background, you can just Google it, remove background, so it will show the websites that automatically remove your background. Okay. Is there any questions? Any other questions? Okay. Okay, if no, maybe we can end the sessions, or maybe Fatin, Husnina, or Hazima, you have something to add, or like maybe your experience on editing the posters or infographic posters, like what a lesson learned that you can get your past experience. Okay, maybe Husnina or Fatin or Hazima. Do you have something to add? Hmm, or no? Okay, Hazima, no. Husnina or Fatin? Okay, I think no. But for me, for designing the posters or infographic posters, the first one we need to be uh, creative, of course. If you don't know how to do, you can just Google it, and then you can find the inspiration there, because there's a lot of information we can find nowadays in the Googles. Like for me, also usually if I don't know how I will design, like what it will look like. Uh, I usually find on the Googles, like maybe for example infographic posters. I just Google like infographic design, so it will show a lot of designs there. Maybe you can take a look on the people's designs, on how they use the colors, on how they use the font, and on how they choose the color palettes or the color combinations, or maybe on how they actually put the font. For examples, in the headline or in the headings, you put the maybe you can put the bold, you can put the italics, for examples, which one is matching, or match each others. So the things I usually do before designing the posters. So I take a look at information and for inspiration first, because actually when we are designing the posters, the hard things that uh, usually we usually the designer have difficulties is about finding the ideas, because the ideas is very expensive. Because of that, in the design fields, like the logo designs and every things that what come related to designs, it will have an expensive cost. The first one is about the software. Also the software is quite expensive, and then another one is the ideas, because the ideas here is very um, hey, you cannot find, because the idea is come from your mind. So it means that the idea is very expensive. So maybe if you think that designing a posters is very easy, yeah, it's literally easy, how we can do design. But actually the expensive one, the hard things, the one is about the ideas, because ideas is very expensive. So the ideas is very unique from each others. Also, we need to appreciate other people's work. Also, we cannot just use maybe like just copy paste other people design. We can use, maybe we can modify it, but we cannot just literally use that design. We can just modify, and maybe the colors, maybe the shapes. But uh, the things to remember, we need to appreciate other people's designs, because there's their ideas, and then there's they need to what to sacrifice their time also, because sometimes if in the design things, we need to there is a lot of things that we need to consider, like the psychologicals, like the colors. We need to what we need to know the psychology of the colors, and then the icons, maybe is it suitable or not. But for the basic things, you can just use the online platforms. That a lot of things that you can use there. You can use the template because in Canva, it's they provide a template in Canva. Yeah, so that's all for one for designing the posters actually. Sorry, my connection. So before I end up the sessions, do you guys still have questions? These are the last questions. Okay. If no, maybe others IIM today members, you want to have you want to add something? I see. Wait, I see Dr. Shira here. Is it? Oh, it's not here. Okay. Maybe Ilya, you want to add something or no from the IIM today? If no, we can end the session actually. Okay. Something? Okay. Okay then. So I will end the sessions. So thank you so much for you guys for spending the time here, for attending the workshops that we are we are making this workshop. We are from we want to say thank you so much. Attendance. Oh, do I have the attendance, Ilya, or I think there's no attendance, right?
No.
Yeah, there's no attendance actually. This is the free workshop. There's no attendance in this workshop. So thank you so much for your time. My connection, sorry. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm back. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
And
you.
I want to say thank you for your time and other team also from the IT Directorate, Rusnina, Fatin, and Hazima. Thank you so much and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Singe.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.